I'm going to show you how to set up and configure your virtual appliance. First off, the supported environments, again VMware ESX 4.x or higher. And the first thing that you will need to do is to configure port mirroring on your Cisco or other manufacturer's switch that will provide the traffic to the Accedian PVX virtual appliance. So the destination output of your port mirrored traffic should connect to the port that you're going to dedicate to the traffic capture in the virtual appliance. And again, that's the one we set for promiscuous mode and are going to continue that process. You could also use a tap to provide the network traffic as well. So the topics that we're going to cover here are the configuration of the virtual network, the VSwitch parameters themselves, and configuring and setting up the listening promiscuous card. Let's start with the configuration of the virtual network. And in our example, we're going to be using an ESX server with 8 physical ports. Once connected to your ESX server, select the ESX icon, go to the Configuration tab, then choose the Networking from the left-hand menu. Then click Add Networking on the right side of the top menu. Then select Virtual Machine. Click Next, and we want to leave that as the virtual machine. We don't want to change anything there. Go ahead and click Next. On the Network Access menu, select the ESX port that you want to dedicate to the traffic capture, and I'm going to select the third NIC here. That's the one we set up. So I'm going to select the third NIC and deselect the first NIC or any others that you may have selected. And this then is the ESX physical port will be bound to the new virtual port, as you can see there in the middle of the screen. Then click Next. You may customize the new network label however you wish. You can name it whatever you want. Here we'll change the network label to Mirror, M-I-R-R-O-R. You can also choose which VLANs that you'd like to monitor from 0, which basically is no VLAN tagging, and VLAN tagging is disabled, which is the default, or to all, 4095, or anything in between. You can choose the drop-down box and type any number that you wish, 5, 7, 50 for voice. We're going to select all. We want to see everything. And then we're going to click Next. The ESX server now will manage two virtual networks. So you see there, we've just added the second one. So our configuration is complete. But now we need to configure the VSwitch for promiscuous mode. So to set up promiscuous mode on the mirror network, we need to check on a couple properties. So we're going to click on the VSwitch. We're going to click the properties here. We're going to double click the VSwitch. Properties. By the top there, double click the VSwitch. Set the MTU size to 9,000 so that we can capture jumbo frames as well. Then we want to click on the Security tab, and this is where we will set the promiscuous mode, and notice it is configured to reject by default. Click that drop down and choose Accept, and then click OK and click Close. Our final step is to configure the listening promiscuous card. So we'll go through that setup now. We now need to add a listening network card. So once we have the virtual appliance, let's right click on it, edit settings, and then by default every virtual appliance has two network interface cards. We're going to select the second one that is dedicated to the listening port or the capture port, and then we select the mirror network that we created before and click OK. And as they say in French, Viola! We're done.